Hello my friends and welcome back to The Witcher 2, Assassins of Kings. In yesterday's video, we did spend the entire time with our group of, not friends, frenemies? I'm gonna go with frenemies here, looking for this mysterious treasure, solving puzzles, killing monsters, well, you know, the normal things we do with Geralt. So in today's video, we're going to do more of the same. Hopefully today, though, we'll be able to find the treasure. I'm hoping this might be the last door. So the quest we're on is the Secrets of Muinne, and we need to talk to this, what was it? The Guardian, and probably solve his word puzzle. So let's do that.
A group of travelers wandering through the dark. 3 guides above them, so 3 were marked. At night they trailed a drake serpentine and a silver lady shining and fine. If only her visage she would deign to unfold. By day they followed a mountain vault, its riches untold.
Did I hear someone complain about the riddles being too easy?
Let's think this through. There are 9 alcoves, a fresco in each. That's 3 groups of 3 frescoes.
The riddle mentions 3 guides above the travelers. We must examine the frescoes, seek answers there.
I'll advise you about the riddle, but I will not take part in disarming the device. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Thanks, Han Solo. Okay, the first verse, what was that?
What do you think of the first verse?
I would say it describes a serpentine dragon swallowing its own tail, which represents infinity and thus time. The hourglass likewise symbolizes time. In this case, the time of the traveler's journey.
I believe it's the dragon constellation. It would be visible at night. What's more, sources on alchemy invariably portray dragons as winged, and as an accomplished alchemist, Dearhenna would also be a competent astrologer. The verse must refer to the constellation.
In alchemy, the winged serpentine dragon represents prime matter, an essential component in the process of alchemical transformation. The verse seems to indicate the allegory illustrating that transformation.
Okay, how did the line go again? Let's hear it again.
Can someone remind me how the line was worded?
The first verse was, "At night they trailed a drake serpentine."
Okay, I'm going to go with the constellation, because that makes the most sense to me.
It should be the dragon constellation.
I shall take that one.
Okay, the second verse.
What do you think of the second verse?
To my mind, it speaks of the white rose, symbol of the order of the flaming rose. You see, the fresco itself resembles a coat of arms, and in heraldry, silver is rendered as white. So the silver lady and white rose are one and the same.
I think it describes the full moon. In alchemy, the moon represents both silver as a metal and the feminine element.
The order remains largely unknown in the south, so the white rose seems unlikely. Every Nilfgaardian, on the other hand, has heard of the Imperial Nausicaa Brigade, which has the death's head as its symbol. The brigade's name is female, and they say death follows the unit. So the Silver Lady could very well be Nausicaa or the death's head.
How did the verse go again? I love all this information, by the way. It's so amazing.
Can someone remind me how the line was worded?
As I recall, the second verse was, "A silver lady shining and fine, if only her visage she would deign to unfold."
I'm gonna go with full moon. Stick with the whole stars and nighttime theme. I feel like I read something yesterday that kind of goes along with this, but maybe that's just me confusing all the things I read at the end of the video yesterday.
I think it's the full moon.
Allow me.
Okay, now the third verse.
What do you say to the third verse?
It describes the precipice, the ravine amidst mountains. An ancient rule in alchemy states, "As above, so below." The vault is the ravine into which the riches of the mountain flow.
We must read the third line literally. To me, it suggests the Mahakam Mountains and its mines, from which dwarves and gnomes extract many ores that are invaluable to alchemists. Those mountains are a vault in and of themselves.
The verse is not literal. In many legends, towers are in fact vaults, which the hero must penetrate in order to rescue an imprisoned princess or find a long-concealed magic item. The mountain vault is the tower.
How did that verse go again?
Can someone remind me how the line was worded?
The third fragment mentioned a mountain vault containing untold riches which guided the travelers by day.
But, well then I would go with the mine entrance in the mountainside. That seems pretty obvious, right?
The mine entrance in the mountainside. That seems logical. I'll stand next to that fresco.
Okay, let's give it a shot.
Let's see if we can solve this. Take your places.
Count me out. I want to live.
As you will.
Okay, so I have to find the mountain one. That's this one. Right here.
Intruder detected.
Uh-oh.
No!
Oh no! Oh, did I pick wrong? Oh, I didn't. Oh my gosh, that poor guy. Those poor guys just wanted to solve the riddles and, well, they just wanted to find the treasure, let's be honest, and now they're dead.
Our expedition has grown. Such a shame. I actually found those two amusing.
Shut up.
Of course, my lady.
Yeah, you are a little cruel for no reason. Not that there's a reason to be cruel, but that's beside the point. Okay, the riddle, okay, hang on. Cynthia worked her magic. Okay, there's the riddle. Thus ran the riddle. Geralt consulted his companions, concluding that the three guides of the riddle would need to be found in the allegorical frescoes on the wall of the chamber. Stone plates lay at the foot of each fresco. It was clear the group could solve the riddle by occupying the plates of the frescoes, which they thought presented the guides. The riddle proved quite challenging, but the explorers put their heads together and solved it. Another door stood open before them. Unfortunately, only those standing near a fresco were safe. Still shaken by his companion's death, Farid, the alchemist, chose not to take part and fell victim to more of Dearhenna's malice. The remaining members of the party paid their respects in silence and moved on. Well, some of us paid our respects in silence. Not all of us. Let's save, so don't do all that again.
I expected a greater challenge. Thus far, we've had but riddles fit for beer enthusiasts.
Too bad about Gaspar.
And Farid. Okay, let's get out our sword. There's the word I'm looking for. Hi.
A golem. So Dearhenna's legend is true.
It is no more than an obedient machine created to follow orders and kill. Not unlike our Witcher.
So I guess we should get along famously.
You? What do you know about golems?
I don't run into them in every forest, but any good bestiary describes golems at length, and I've read more than my share of those.
Geralt, I'm not questioning your knowledge, but I should be the one to...
Actually, you are questioning my knowledge. Listen, I know what I'm doing. I'll try to get it to reveal the word that'll deactivate it, or I'll just mess with its head. Break the code.
So now we've got a burglar in our midst. Be my guest. Try.
My intentions are good.
As are mine. Know, however, that this may change.
Dearhenna must have been pretty lonely if he gave you eloquence.
The Master made me a guardian. Nothing less, nothing more. And you, provided you stand there, are a guest.
Okay. I like the voice of the golem. It's great. What exactly are you? Who created you? Do you have a name? Oh yeah, do you have a name?
Did your creator give you a name?
I'm called obedience and unyielding persistence. I am a guardian and the humblest of servants.
A golem's name is the word that gave it life, and that can take it away. You must have a name.
I own nothing. Everything belongs to my master. How could I divulge the name if I exist solely to protect my creator's property?
So what exactly are you? Sure, let's try that one.
So you're aware you're an automaton?
Do we really know who we are, where we came from, and where we are headed? Is human life predictable in that the cycle of birth and death ensnares it? Better than mine. When a human is born, he is obedient to his parents. Later, he listens to tutors, masters, corporals. Finally, he succumbs to the will of death.
And to think that Adalbert questioned Dearhenna's mastery.
Yeah, deep thoughts from a golem. Let's see, who is allowed to pass? Has anyone tried to enter before us? Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Has anyone tried to enter before?
I recall no intruders. I do, however, remember guests who left after being warned.
When was that? What did you discuss?
I am a machine. My memory is limited.
Well, who is allowed to pass then?
Who, if anyone, is allowed to pass?
Dearhenna, but he is dead. Also guests may pass, but I stop intruders.
Tell me more. Who's a guest and who's an intruder?
Is it not obvious? A guest keeps his distance, or knows the name word. An intruder is anyone who enters too far, attacks me, or otherwise interferes with my being.
So we need to be a guest. Can you make sovereign decisions?
You're far more self-aware than a typical golem. Can you make sovereign decisions?
The master made me the way I am, because long discussions were to his liking. I can make decisions, within my program, of course.
So you decide who's a guest and who's an intruder.
Who else would? Guests chat innocuously, exerting no pressure. All others are intruders.
So just chit-chat. That's what we need to do. Chit-chat with the it's like a different form of AI with like rock and magic. It's kind of cool.
I have other questions.
Okay, so you're a masterpiece. Well, let's try flattery, right?
Powerful magic created you. Dearhenna was a true master.
He is still, since his mastery survives.
Okay. You're self-aware. Are you lonely?
As a conscious being, you must be lonely here.
You are wrong. The pain of the world, melancholy, lies within the domain of emotions and feelings. My thoughts are governed by pure logic, restricted by my program.
But you can learn. They say that a penchant for philosophy can only come from curiosity.
In my case, it comes from the will of the master, who liked to speak with me.
And do you feel a need to discuss?
I feel nothing. I just have that need.
Let's see, can I ask for your name word? That would be easy.
Can I ask you for the name word which brought you to life and which can deactivate you?
Do that, and I shall consider you an intruder.
Okay, can I ask you about your program?
Can we discuss the program that controls your behavior?
Of course not.
Okay.
I have other questions.
All right, so we're actually gonna try I Know Enough now and see where that goes.
All right, I think I know how to get past this thing without a fight.
Burglar witchers, philosopher golems, an expedition replete with fascinating discoveries.
And terrible disappointments. Shut up, Adalbert. And you, Witcher, deal with that golem.
Right, you guys are so impatient. Okay, so I know you're a guardian, and I respect that, or with Dearhenna's notes we can free you. But let's go with what we know for sure. He is a guardian, he's told us that.
We know you exist by the will of your master, thanks to the name word he gave you.
That is true.
Okay, yeah, I'm a guest here and I just want to chit-chat. I know I need to do that.
You were created to discern intruders from guests. You are to stop the former and greet the latter.
Intruders must be stopped.
Invoke the sacred law of hospitality. Let's talk about lies and delusions. Let's go with the second one.
Are you aware that intruders may seek to deceive you?
I have stone fists to defend myself against those armed with swords. I have my iron logic to defend against those armed with words.
But intruders could include sorcerers who alter reality. They could be illusionists or mere liars. What then is certain?
My existence is certain, as is my master's will.
I'm Dearhenna in disguise. I've been testing you. Only you and the Master will exist. Everything else is doubtful. As sapient beings, we can come to an understanding. If you don't let us pass, you will die. All right, let's try. Only you and the Masters will exist. Everything else is doubtful.
Since only you and the Master's legacy exist for certain, everything else is doubtful. A malicious intruder could cloud your senses.
I am the Guardian. The Master prepared me for that.
He couldn't foresee everything, so he gave you a mind to compensate. You're much more conscious and intelligent than a Guardian needs to be. Your Master says, greet guests and stop intruders. That is certain, but everything else can be a lie. And you cannot allow yourself to attack guests. That would be against your Master's will.
Guests must be greeted, and intruders must be stopped. This is Dearhenna's will. Are you a guest or an intruder?
Doesn't matter what I answer. Your senses deceive you. You can trust only your mind. You can't assume I'm a guest, because I may be an intruder. You can't assume I'm an intruder, because I may be a guest.
This is a contradiction, a paradox. The law of excluded middle.
We've done it. We've penetrated Dearhenna's laboratory.
Let's have a look. This is better than I'd hoped.
A great success for Nilfgaard, this mission.
Maybe you'll get that promotion.
As I was saying, that took a whole lot of reloads, but totally worth it to do it this way. I'm glad I did that versus like fighting the golems and keep spawning. Okay, so update says, I must commend Geralt. He treated the talk with the golem like a duel and proved as effective as rhetoric as he was at swordplay. Our hero probed his opponent, discovered a weakness in his defenses, and exploited it mercilessly. As it turned out, the artificial being, armed to the teeth with logical axioms, lacked common sense. The Witcher laid down some bait and then led its reasoning astray. The golem knew not what to do and was neutralized. The way to Dearhenna's laboratory was now clear. Yay! I hope there's some shiny loots out of all this. Golem trophy. We'll have to see what that is. Stone medallion.
Can you feel that?
My medallion's vibrating.
Another masking illusion. I'll try to disperse it. Later Elorn, Lisa Elorn, later dear!
The device, what is it?
You've done your job. You'll be paid and...
Paid like the scholars were? They died once they were no longer useful.
They were never useful, but Cynthia insisted. Fortunately, they were so kind as to remove themselves without my help.
I'm not about to be that kind.
Adalbert, you know what you're to look for.
Yes, Ma'am.
It's a prototype megascope. I didn't know it had survived.
What's it do?
The artifact detects an emotional bond with a person. Its user need only focus on that person and the device will establish a connection.
Great tool for a spy.
Yes.
Time you fulfilled your end of the bargain. What do you know about my past?
You were a rider of the Wild Hunt. I read the reports.
Don't the Nilfgaardians have anything better to do than write reports about witchers?
Not about witchers. About you. You are the sole person to have been a member of the host, and survived.
Really? Anything else?
Anything else? Any detail you can give me would be useful.
Don't trust Letho.
You think I trust the people I hunt?
He's your foe today, but he wasn't always.
How do you know I was a rider? I'm still like, he was in the Wild Hunt's like posse, right? That's what that means? So I did not see that coming at all. Although I probably should have. So how do you know I was a rider?
Is there anything to prove I was part of the Wild Hunt?
Nothing. Apart from the fact that Nilfgaardian intelligence agents are drawn and quartered for lying in their reports.
An enlightened nation indeed.
You haven't the faintest notion how many people are interested in you. Very important people.
Great.
Just because I survived.
You're a former rider of the hunt, and you live. You may be the key to solving the mystery of the retinue, and they all know that. You must watch out for yourself.
What do you know about Letho?
How do you know I knew Letho?
I've read...
The reports, I know. Why are you warning me about him?
Because I like you.
Oh no. That's all, I guess.
Let's say you've satisfied my curiosity.
Well then, consider me glad to have satisfied a witcher, whatever the way.
All right, we're even. I can't let you leave with that thing. I'd like to try the artifact. Yeah, let's see. Can I try the artifact? Maybe it'll help me find, like, Phil or Triss or Saskia. You never know.
I'd like to try out the device.
You realize that can only end badly.
Cut in again and I'll put you in my report. You may use it, but just once.
Giving state secrets away to a Nordling. Will you mention that in your report?
You're sure to be named a commander one day, Adalbert. But until that happens, be a good boy and do your job.
Article 22 of the Code is clear. Suspicion of treason is sufficient grounds to strip a commander of power. Article 1 of my personal code is equally clear. Traitors must be subjected to the most painful death possible.
Oh, wow, he's pissed at us. But hang on. that went sideways real fast. Okay, let's see. As one, let me see. Where did I? So, as one would expect, the sorcerer's laboratory was saturated with magic. Ever careful, Cynthia sensed an aura, and as she had done before, cast a spell to reveal the surprises Dearhenna had in store for intruders. Geralt and Adalbert stayed sharp and waited patiently. Another illusion melted away to reveal a marvelous machine, clearly more of Dearhenna's handiwork. The expedition had reached its goal, and it was time for the Witcher and the Nilfgaardians to settle up. Yet the artifact stood there, begging them to look closer, beckoning them to touch it. As Cynthia told it, Dearhenna's artifact would tap into the emotional bond between its user and another individual to establish a magical connection, even over great distances. So it's like a phone, almost. Kind of. Maybe. Intrigued, Geralt was eager to use it, if only to resolve one of the mysteries that still plagued him. Well, I have lots of mysteries that still plague Geralt, so, you know. Cynthia did not protest. Adalbert, on the other hand, categorically forbade the Witcher from approaching the contraption. This was the last straw. The tension that had been building between the mage and the Witcher exploded in a single act of anger. Adalbert hurled an especially nasty curse at Geralt, and a fight ensued. Yet Geralt was not alone. Cynthia had enough of Adalbert's behavior, and she and the mage had been unable to agree on how to divide the loot. The fight could very well rid her of a whole set of problems, so she simply took the Witcher's side. I mean, obviously. All right, well, hopefully this fight won't take 20 minutes like the last one I fought a witch did. Okay. Or a sorcerer. All right, now they all have it up. Okay, this one doesn't. Okay, that illusion's gone, it looks like. Whoa. No. And we're down to this one. Oh, that's Cynthia. Come on. Stop with your bubble. Okay. Can I loot now, please?
I didn't expect that.
Multiplication. Second year at the academy, all mages learn it.
I didn't expect you to take my side.
Well, now choose one person you wish to contact. After that, the artifact's mine.
Okay, well, let's start with telling me more about my past. Okay, that's all on
Let's
that one.
say you've satisfied.
Well then, consider me glad to have satisfied a witcher, whatever the way.
Okay, good. I was a little concerned. Are you in trouble? Well, I don't really care, but I'll ask it anyway.
Nilfgaardian agents get quartered for lying in reports. What does the Empire do to agents who kill their colleagues?
Nothing. As long as no one finds out.
Okay. Will we meet again? Again, I don't really want to meet you again, but we'll ask it anyway.
Will we meet again?
I wouldn't mind at all. Look for me at the inn.
No, I don't need to. I'm going to use the artifact, apparently.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't eavesdrop while I eavesdropped.
I shan't trouble you. I have a lot of work to do here.
I have lots of looting to do. Ooh, think of Triss, Vernon, Dandelion, Saskia, or Radovid. Well, since we didn't go save Triss, maybe we should check on her? Maybe?
Your fate is in your hands, sorceress.
Oh, no.
My fate? You haven't asked a single question about me.
Yet it is all up to you. Your situation is a comfortable one. Do not squander your chance. So, wish to tell me anything?
I'm a sorceress, an advisor to the King of Temeria.
I believe we agreed you would speak only of things I do not know about.
Oh, no.
I hope you learned something useful.
I'm just sorry I can't use the artifact a few more times.
Yeah.
Its power has been depleted.
I understand. Thanks anyway.
Okay. Well, we use the artifact. But let's start looting. Oh. Oh, it's completed. Dearhenna's notes number 4. Let's look for Dearhenna's notes number 1 and 2 and 3, perhaps? Oh, here we go. Moon Rune. And... Guisarmi? What is that? Dearhenna's notes number 3. Elise. Anything else? Dearhenna's notes number 1. Let's start there.
Dearhenna's notes about the city's history.
Okay, so I have a new quest first, which is Dearhenna's journal. While in Lochwain's cellars and sewers, Geralt chanced upon an interesting item. Upon examination, it proved to be a fragment of Dearhenna's journal, in which the sorcerer described his research into the city's history. Ooh. Since all things related to Dearhenna seem intriguing, the Witcher began looking for other pieces of the journal. Interesting. Well, let's read it. I have started reviewing the manuscripts. The city's annals have survived only in part. The most interesting volumes seem to be missing. Curiously, up to this point, I have not found a single mention of the Vrans. Yeah, they were the ones who were here, like, first. Dearhenna's notes number 2.
Dearhenna describes finding an important document about the Vrans.
Okay. I'm going to read it anyway, though, Geralt. I have happened on an intriguing document. Its content is encrypted, and the dialect itself is strange. Deciphering it is consuming a lot of time. I have recognized the word reptiles, which is a promising thread. The document bears the seal of one Goveth. I have never heard of this individual. That's 5. Orange. Okay. It was 4. There's 3. Okay.
Dearhenna mentions some bacteria strains.
Yeah, they died from, like, disease, right? I finally reached a place described by Goveth. My worst suspicions have been confirmed, as I have found cells filled with the bones of lizard men. There are more documents, too, but the figures can be trusted. The mutated virus was terrifyingly effective. The reptilian tissue must have decomposed instantly. Oh gosh, that's awful. Really? No other shiny loots? Huh. Okay, there's 4. Let's take this one.
Dearhenna's notes from a mutation procedure manual.
Let's see. I've started to record the mutation procedures once more, this time in a magically protected tome. I now also realize how serious and far-reaching my discovery might prove. If this disease attacked both Vrans and those in Shade who were not vaccinated, what will happen if someone mad or vile enough can be found among humans? Yeah, well, you know, that would be bad. Whoa! And then number 5.
Dearhenna's notes from a trip he took to Zerrikania.
Okay. And then number 5, I regret having learned of this dark episode in the city's history. I have become wary of danger, as the elves must surely be aware that someone has discovered their secret. I have made my last stroll in the ruins of the Black Academy. I will seal my laboratory and disappear. The time has finally come to see Zerkania once more. Okay. Well, let's look at my quest updates and then we will stop for today. So Dearhenna's journal, while Lockwood Cellars, Geralt chanced upon an interesting item. I think I read that part. The journal excerpts Geralt found indicated that Dearhenna was not interested in Lockwood's past per se, but in the Vran race that had built the city and in the mystery of their extinction. The Witcher quickly realized that the Nilfgaardians were interested in the same, and not because they had a passion for history. Whatever had killed the Vrans could very well be useful to the Emperor as a weapon. Believing Emhyr capable of genocide, the Witcher grew wary. Yeah, I would be wary as well. Okay, and finally, our Secrets of Lockwood completed. So it says, all Adalbert's objections died with him. Cynthia let the Witcher use the artifact just once, which pleased Geralt anyway. The information he gleaned through this bit of magic proved most valuable. His work done, it was time for Geralt to go. The Witcher and the Sorceress parted on peaceful, one could almost say friendly terms. Cynthia disappeared through a portal, Dearhenna's artifact in tow, while our hero went back to his own matters urgent in and of themselves. And then I got a new quest called A Tome Truly Rare. We need to talk to Cynthia about Dearhenna's grimoire. I don't know if that's such a good idea. She works for Nilfgaard and they want the information, right? But anyway, this is where I'm going to end things for today. Tomorrow, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I need to finish looking around here and looting just one last time, and then I'll take a look at my quest log and we'll start a new quest tomorrow or continue exploring potentially. There's a whole new area to look through and guards to avoid. But anyway, I will figure all that out and you will find out tomorrow what I'm going to do. That sort of made sense. But anyway, as always, thank you so very much for watching. Please do keep yourselves safe, and I will see you again tomorrow with another new Witcher 2 video.